Live from downtown Detroit, home of WDIV and Click on Detroit, Local 4 News at 11 starts now.
Showers back for some on Tuesday, but the humidity returns for everybody. We'll look at just how hot it's going to feel for the rest of the week.
Okay, Ben, he saved 3 lives during a rafting trip gone wrong. Tonight, this Oakland County Boy Scout was honored for his remarkable courage.
We'll begin with a Detroit bar becoming one of the first in the state to start requiring proof of vaccination to enter. Thanks for staying up with us tonight. The Marble Bar at the corner of Trumbull and Holden says the only way for a customer to come in without proving they're vaccinated is to have a negative COVID test.
The bar citing the spread of the Delta variant for the need to take action. As our Jason Colthorpe reports, it's not a decision they came to easily.
In a few moments, the music here at the Marble Bar is going to be much louder than this, and that's part of the reason why they're going to now start requiring everyone to be vaccinated if they come in, because they just can't enforce a mask mandate with everyone pulling it down to shout drink orders and to enjoy drinks once they have them.
Customers are filing into the Marble Bar in Detroit for live music on a Monday night. With a crowd that can get to as many as 500 that's often dancing and close together, management decided this weekend to require everyone to be vaccinated.
Dancing is a privilege.
Manager Corey Trinks isn't sure how it'll go over with customers.
We're not asking anyone to inject themselves with something they don't feel comfortable with. All that we're asking is that if you do not have the COVID vaccine, that you prove that you had a negative COVID test within the last 48 hours.
In addition to safety for customers and employees, it's also about livelihoods.
We already went a whole year without an income, so this just really seems to be the only option to try to keep the community safe, keep my staff safe. We didn't do it to be leaders. We didn't do it for clout. We did it because people within the community came down with the Delta variant.
I talked to several customers here, and they get it. In fact, they fully support it. There has been some pushback against the bar, though, online. Some social media bullying from anonymous accounts. But starting with Friday night's show, you will either have to be fully vaccinated or have a negative COVID test to get in. In Detroit, Jason Colthorpe, Local 4.
Hey, Jason, thank you. Some breaking news in just from Detroit's west side. A fire has forced an apartment complex to evacuate.
Fire may have started due to downed power lines. Tim Pamplin on the scene with the night cam. Tim.
About 100 residents inside this apartment building now evacuated. Fire in the basement. This is at Puritan and Fairfield. That's near the Lodge and Linwood, Detroit's west side. Wires are down. You see one on the left side of the screen there. They keep arcing occasionally. The firefighters believe that's what caused this fire to start in the first place.
And then I heard the kids down the hallway in apartment 27 yelling about smoke. So then I started banging on doors, telling people to get out on the second floor. And as I was coming out, people were coming down from the other step, the other floors, and I was asking them to everybody getting out.
I'm being told all residents are out. They're all safe. A young child you saw was in there. Everybody is okay. Firefighters continue to battle the fire in the basement. Again, this is Puritan and Fairfield, Detroit's west side. Smoke now getting thicker as we pan the camera around here. But again, everybody is accounted for. That is the scene on the west side with a night cam. Tim Pamplin, Local 4.
Okay, Tim, let's check in with Ben on our next storm threat.
Yeah, Ben, and the heat and humidity is also going to be returning too.
Yeah, some of that humidity, Kim and Devin, are coming back already tonight. We did without the storms and the humidity. Of course, you knew that wasn't going to last long. Here's what we're looking at tonight. As we look out over downtown Detroit, we're seeing, of course, the city lights, cool temperatures, or relatively mild temperatures, we should say. But those dew point numbers starting to move back to the low and mid 60s. And you're seasoned now in dew point numbers. You know that that's the muggy category, and that's pretty much where we're going to stay through Thursday until a cold front comes through. Then we see it drop going into the weekend, but humidity does come back at the back end of the weekend towards Sunday. Otherwise, we start talking storm chances. You can see that line coming out of the UP and northern Wisconsin looks fairly formidable now. It's going to weaken considerably by the time it gets here. Do expect to see some north zone showers, maybe a few rumbles of thunder tomorrow morning. For the most part, I think a lot of us stayed dry. As we get into Thursday, though, that is a much different story. We'll talk about more widespread storms and possibly some stronger ones as well all coming up again in a few minutes.
Okay, Ben. And speaking of the storms, the cleanup continues in parts of Metro Detroit after 3 tornadoes hit Saturday night. DTE reports more than 23,000 customers are still without power, with more than 200 crews working throughout the night. In Armada, the tornado was on the ground for 14 minutes there. 5 homes are a total loss, with hundreds more damaged.
I've been doing this for almost 30 years now, and I'm in a community that was very busy to this. I've never seen anything on this scale.
DTE expects to have most of the power restored by tomorrow night. A 15-year-old Boy Scout being honored tonight in Troy for saving 3 lives.
Parker Mills jumped into action during a rafting trip last year. Victor Williams was there and caught up with him on a big night.
While the mayor and other city council members are really applauding the actions of this young man as they not only saved the lives of 1 person, but 3.
You're quite an amazing young man. Congratulations. Thanks.
It was quite the standing ovation for 15-year-old Parker Mills, being honored for saving multiple family members in a rafting trip gone wrong. The then 14-year-old was in an inflatable raft made for 5 on the Sturgeon River back in 2020 when they went under because of a whirlpool. Parker was the only one able to help all of his family members struggling in the water.
I realized, all right, who's here? Owen, Kennedy, I'm missing 2 people. And so I feel under the boat, someone's slamming the top of it. I'm like, oh, there's one of them. So I got them out. And then I got back up, and then I saw my mom was not anywhere to be found. I'm like, ooh, that's not good.
His mother, Julie, was underwater for a whopping 5 minutes before she was able to be pulled from the river. She says at that point, she started to give up.
I felt Parker sort of pull my hand out onto a ring of the boat. I was still underwater, so he pulled my other hand, held it up against a tree. You know, he was, I could hear him talking to me, but I couldn't breathe or talk.
Because of those brave and courageous actions, Parker has been presented with the Boy Scouts of America Heroism Honor Medal. Tonight, Troy officials solidified the achievement with a proclamation celebrating the award.
This is kind of a big deal, because and still to this day, I can't really realize how big of a deal it is. I just can't process what I did.
And only 30 of these awards are given out across the country every year, so that really just goes to show you just how amazing this young man truly is. Victor Williams, Local 4.
So right. All right, Victor. The interim Detroit police chief addressing a spike in gun violence after 13 people are shot in the span of just 7 hours. On Detroit's west side, 6 people were shot near Asbury Park. West McNichols, that was during what was supposed to be a candlelight vigil for the victim of a hit and run. Police say more than 100 people had gathered when a lime green Chevy Camaro pulled up with a gunman inside, opening fire at the crowd. This afternoon, Interim Chief James White making a plea directly to Detroiters.
We just need people to make better decisions, and we need our community to be fed up to the point where they say, you know what, I deserve to live better than this.
Police want to speak to these 4 men who they are referring to as persons of interest and not suspects.
Detroit Public Schools and its teachers have a new agreement for a return to in-person learning this fall. The agreement includes hazard pay of up to $2,000, as well as another $2,000 for teachers with hybrid classes. Many of the safety guidelines put in place last school year will remain in effect, including mandatory weekly COVID testing for non-vaccinated staff. A remote learning option will also be offered to eligible students.
The only students in DPSCD that are eligible for the virtual school will be those that were not chronically absent last year with learning online and passed all their online classes in the second semester.
In this moment, we can't be on the opposite ends of health and safety. We've got to be in lockstep on health and safety.
The agreement also includes paid sick leave for any DFT member who contracts COVID while working in person or who is asked to quarantine.
Governor Whitmer encouraging vaccines to protect against the variants as cases rise across the country because of the Delta variant.
Now, as we see the virus continuing to mutate, at some point there may be a variation where those of us who are vaccinated may be somewhat vulnerable to it, and that's what we're all concerned about. And that's why the quicker more people get vaccinated, the less likely we get to that point. And that's why it's really important that those of us who still have questions get them answered. Talk to your doctors, talk to people that you trust, people you know who have been vaccinated.
Meanwhile, New York Times reporting Pfizer and Moderna will expand their vaccine trials in children ages 5 to 11 as a precaution after rare side effects were detected in some people under the age of 30.
Sterling Heights police have a person of interest in custody in a woman's death. Officers were called to a home on Charlemagne near 19 Mile and Van Dyke. This was Saturday afternoon. Police say they found 47-year-old Kathleen Hales dead inside the home. The investigation is ongoing, and anyone with information is asked to call Sterling Heights police. Royal Oak City commissioners vote to enforce reverse angle parking on some streets.
The city is preparing to install new meters that track parking by taking a picture of license plates. Spots on South Washington and 7th Street are angled, and therefore those meters wouldn't work for drivers pulling into them.
It's change, and there'll be a growing period and you know, some growing pains. But I think ultimately this is going in the direction that I think people have been asking for, a system that makes sense and is really customer oriented.
Alternative options included parallel parking, which would have resulted, though, in more than 40 fewer spaces, and keeping the angled parking with the same regular parking enforcement that there's been.
Still ahead, police officers and Good Samaritans rushed to save a baby girl who's trapped under a car.
403 headquarters, expedite. We got a baby under the vehicle.
We've got a dramatic rescue coming up.
A state lawmaker with a drunk driving case against him spends hundreds of dollars in campaign funds at a local strip club. I'll tell you how he's responding.
But first, a local father trapped in floodwaters with his family in his car does the only thing he says he could do to avoid getting stranded. But that landed him a ticket. You'll hear why next.